Hi everybody, Jill here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to a wig chat. So you guys, I've been on a little bit of an Ellen Wille kick lately and it's because, I don't know, I'm really enjoying the way the caps are fitting. I feel like they really are comfortable. So I'm kind of, I don't know, fluttering about when it comes to what colors I like in that line, since, you know, I'm very new to the Ellen Wille line, really. So as you noticed, my ocean, I went for really a very auburn, deep, darker color. And this time I went quite light. All right, guys, so again, this is within the Hair Power Ellen Wille line, Power Up Your Style. Now, I have put this on my head already once. I have not worn it. I haven't messed with it or anything other than take the tags off. This is 100% hand-tied cap. I have not purchased 100% hand-tied cap in long time because, you know, they're usually the pricey ones. This is the Cadillac of caps. So they tend to be on the pricey end. But I did get this on a sale and I felt like it was a really pretty dang good sale. So I jumped on board because I've had my eye on this one really for quite some time. But I have not tried the 100% hand-tied cap in the Ellen Wille line. So I was pretty curious as to find out if this was going to be a little too small for me or if it's going to fit really good. So I'll let you know there. But let's take a look at this cap. So guys, yes, this is 100% hand tied. What does that mean? It means that these little fibers here are hand sewn one at a time into this entire cap. You're going to get very natural movement. The wind's gonna blow. You don't have to worry about wefts showing. And it's gonna sort of move and feel more like real human hair would, you know, and it even looks more realistic as well. There's no permatease in these, so they're generally going to really kind of hug the natural plane of your head, which gives, again, a little bit more, sometimes a lot more realism there. You know, if you can afford in your budget to do 100% hand-tied cap for your very first wig, that's going to give you a good feel right off the bat. And especially if you've measured your head and you know, if you're a true petite, then, you know, again, you're going to have to look probably at more of the European brands like Ellen Wille, Noriko, Henry Margaux, I believe. Those also Madame, Belle Madame, they definitely all run smaller. So if you do kind of go average petite or even a true petite, you will probably have better luck there. Your hand-tied caps in general tend to fit smaller on top of that because there's not a ton of stretch, you know, that you would get from the machine wefted caps. So keep that in mind if you are an average or you tend to go average large. You know, it's a gamble whether you're going to be able to wear a style in a European brand if you do tend to be more average large to begin with. But then if you start flirting with the idea within those kind of brands that run smaller in a hand-tied version, then I think you've kicked yourself out probably of being able to fit them at all or fit them comfortably. So yes, now this style has a left side part here. So it does not have a fully hand-tied mono top. It has the left side part. However, you know, with that said, I think you probably could get away with kind of flipping this around here and there. Now, this is not a heat-friendly fiber. This is still a synthetic fiber. So, you know, you can't use heat on this. So this does have a lace front and it is a temple to temple. Now when Ellen Wille says it's a temple to temple, it really is a temple from temple. A temple to temple, I should say. I mean, here is the temple tab and that lace front comes well, you know, halfway down that. So I've noticed that very, very just gorgeous lace fronts on the Ellen Wille wigs, and they're very generous with taking that lace so it looks like it's growing right out of your head, you know, right out of your scalp all the way down pretty low. So that's really cool. This has super soft ear tabs, an extended nape, super soft. The Velcro tabs, and so we all generally prefer those. So yeah, guys, this is going to be a really nice, comfy cap. Now again, the stretch is going to be significantly less. However, I have noticed that even though this is a hand-tied cap, you know, I am getting some stretch here, and that's nice. All right. So color-wise, I should have probably switched this around to the black again because this is quite light, and it does have a rooting. They do the rooting really, really nicely, I've noticed here in Ellen Wille. Just a really pretty gradual, not stark rooting, and it's beautiful. All right, I want to get this on my head, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'm really regretting not turning my background around. So guys, this is what it is on, and I can tell you right out of the gate that this is definitely much smaller of a hand-tied cap than a Jon Renau on my head. And I always try to remember to put the measurements of my head down in the description box below. That way you can kind of get a judge as to what my head measurements are versus what yours are. But yes, I mean, it fits me actually really comfortably. I definitely feel like I would feel more secure with my It Stays. You know, all along the perimeter, all kind of in here. And that's because I think because I think I have a very low ponytail here, I feel like it kind of wants to start dragging things back. So if I had my It Stays, I wouldn't have to worry about that. And I think it might be a sensation more than it actually doing it. However, very comfortable. You just can't beat the 100% hand-tied caps. I think they're very comfortable. Something else that I've noticed too, you guys, is the construction of the hand-tied cap, and I should have brought out one from Jon Renau. I feel like they're much lighter. They may be less warm than what I have tried in the past with hand-tied caps, because hand-tied caps actually can be quite warm. And that's just because there's not wefting there with spaces, you know, so you can get some ventilation. However, I want to say that the construction and the feel, at least, of the material and everything is so much lighter than what I'm used to with hand-tied caps. So that could be a really good thing. Ellen Wille, I think, fits me more the way wigs are supposed to when it comes to if they are just more of an average petite, you know. However, with that said, it varies within the line. So pay attention to their collections, because for instance, Hair Power is a collection within the Ellen Wille line, and I want to say their caps fit me a little nicely, but they definitely fit a little tiny smaller than in a comfortable way, but then some of their other collections within their line, if that makes sense. So, you know, you just want to take note of that when you purchase and just say, either that was a little too small, or my lord, that fits so good, then you know that within that collection, you would be really good to go. Anyway, okay, let's take a look at, first of all, I also want to tell you that these fibers are very fine and kind of woofy, you know, they're very wispy, and that could be good. For me though, it needs some dry shampoo just to kind of almost, I don't know, tame that a little bit. I definitely am going to need some hairspray because they are very soft and sort of fly away. And I got some box hair here, I think, just a little. So, but very light. So that's again going to be nice, and it feels light and really nice. Comfort, really good. Going to be a wonderful choice for as the weather starts warming up a little bit and you want something lighter and just feels lighter. And again, it'll be really interesting to see if the hand-tied cap here is also a little cooler than what I'm used to. So I may reach for something like this in the warmer months, even though it's hand-tied, which would be So nice, so nice. Fibers, very fine, but very realistic. So not only do we have this realism of this hand-tied cap, fits really nicely to the plane of my head, I also am seeing a really lovely natural density that I'm used to seeing, but yet way more than my natural hair. So, you know, I don't want to put a wig on my head and still struggle with it like I do my own hair. So I'm loving that, and I love the density of this. Really nice. Cut-wise, I don't know yet. I feel like I have to kind of get it up off the cap a little bit, get some product in there just to kind of have it stay. But I don't know, guys. I think I'm really liking this. I love the length. I love the flippiness. And I think with the little zhuzhing, I think this could be really cute. I really do. Before I get too excited, let me go ahead and take a spin here. Here is my right side. So this would be the opposite side of this part. Now, I don't have the longest neck in the world, so always keep that in mind. Color-wise, I really do think this is going to need some dry shampoo. I think because it's such a light blonde, and I've read somewhere that they do tend to really do the silicone or whatever it is that they put on there to seal it in a lot more. They do that with blondes, so they tend to be shinier in general. But yeah, I think I would need some dry shampoo, and I think doing that also, along with dulling the shine, it would also really help me with taming some of these just light fibers that are gonna just wanna just do that. And I think the dry shampoo will help tame that, and it will also help aid whatever hairspray, you know, that I decide to use, because it will not only help stick to the fibers, but with a little bit of dry shampoo on there, it'll kind of stick to that particle there too, and it will just work so much better. Yeah. Before I get this in, because I'm dying to get some hairspray in here, let's look at this lace front. Again, man, oh me, oh my. I think Ellen Wille does really gorgeous lace fronts. This is I'm gonna pull out kind of my own hair, just the tiniest bit here along the side. Yeah, so this is quite a pretty lace front. You know what they do that I really appreciate is they sort of use the lightest color, and they also infuse the darker fibers in there as well. So you have this really nice blending, which softens that hairline so nicely, and you're not looking at just a bunch of darker knots. You just kind of have a nice blend. I've noticed they do that, and I appreciate that. I wish other brands would jump on that same bandwagon. Not be super light, not have a banding. You know, like Raquel Welch does a light banding all around. I know why they do that, because those knots are so slight, you know, because they're the lighter, but I wish they would kind of infuse some of the darker colors in there as well. John Renault, complete opposite. You know, if there's a dark root, you know, there's going to be those darker knots all along the hairline. Anyway, I think Ellen Wille really has it down nicely. You know, again, this lace front, I want to say, let's see, it stops right here. That is a true temple to temple lace front. Sometimes, you know, temple to some brands is like about here. Well, my temple's here, people. You know, but still, yeah, so they do that beautifully as well. So let me get some styling product in here. Now, the other reason why I love using some styling product, maybe even some dry shampoo, especially with a wig this length, and we've got all of this beautiful razored in layers that we have to kind of bring to the forefront with this, because it's gorgeous. I don't want to keep the fibers flat to my head. My goodness, let's take advantage of the beautiful shape and and just kind of layering that we have here and bring that out. It will look more realistic when we do that. And that's what good styling products can do for you when you wear wigs. Please don't shy away from them. Don't think they're gonna hurt or harm your hair, your wigs. You gotta use, you know, proper styling products with your synthetic fibers. Make sure they're made for synthetic fibers. They will come out when you wash them, and they're not going to harm the cap or the fibers at all. Please don't be afraid to use styling products in your wigs. It's gonna help you to make that wig feel more like you. And again, it's gonna help quiet some of the flyaways that can get in your face. You don't have to worry about getting every single one, but the ones that, you know, you just sort of wanna just like get out and drive you nuts, you know, they help that. They don't get rid of it completely, but they definitely do help. So I'm just gonna kind of get a little bit of hairspray in here just to tame some of the flyaways and just how really light this is. These fibers are very light. And while that's very realistic, because it really is, I don't know, I gotta do something about that. This, gosh, man, I'm just in awe really over this lace front. It's superior. I mean, even in their line, I feel like this, what's going on there is pretty spectacular. That's probably gone, you know, I mean, this is probably all I would do, and I'd be out the door. Wow, this is really, really, really cute. I'm just looking at my viewfinder, and I really wish I would have turned the black side around. If it wasn't such a pain in the rear, I would do it, but it is. So, color-wise, I do like the color of the rooting. It's soft. It's not super dark, so I don't have an issue with that. And there is some really light, almost platinum highlights. Kind of, you can see them right here in the front of the bang. So that's really nice. But there's a tiny little bit too much, I think, yellow in this one for me to be really super in awe over it. But it is really pretty. It really is. I just am blown away, I think, over the realism of this with the density, the lace front, how light it is. I really do think this is going to be a nice one for this summer, even though it is hand tied. Yeah. So again, I would use the It Stays right around here because it would also help to kind of keep this in place, which will help highlight the positioning of where this lace front is hitting me. You know, kind of right in there. It won't have a tendency of want to kind of slide back a little bit. This would be such a cute one to tuck, you guys. I think it would be really, really cute. You could just really just kind of maybe let these ones kind of come down, tuck this. How cute. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. You guys, this may be my newest kind of go-to. Wow, it is so cute. Look at the kind of shagginess down here. Really cute. I have no idea what the back is doing right now. I'm just having fun right now with this. Oh, you guys, this is so cute. Freaking cute. I love the layering that you're getting all through here. You can tuck this back if you wanted. You could tuck both sides. God, it's so cute. It is really cute.